A family with a history of protecting people who abuse children. See, when Darlie was molested from age 8 on, she told her mother, and her mother didn't listen. She wasn't heard. She had to live with that man who began to fondle her at 8 years old on. She had to watch her mother produce 2 more children with this man and was often left to tend to those children because they weren't. Darlie stated that she resented her mother for not listening to her about that. Nobody would listen to her when she was young. They didn't speak about it when she was young. So she processed some of that anger on June 6, 1996. Do you guys hear her now? Do you hear her now, Mama Darlie? Why would you stay with that man for 10 more years after he did that to her? She had to live with all that pent-up frustration. She had to look at that man for another 10 years. She had to tend to his children. Do you hear her now? I believe, in my opinion, that if this would have been dealt with for Darlie at a younger age, we might not be here today. She had to live with all of that pent-up frustration and anger. Do you hear her now? You didn't hear her then when she was saying, hey, he's touching me. You didn't hear her then. Do you hear her now? You hear her loud and clear, don't you? See, this is why the Darlie Routier supporters will not touch on this. This is why they actually deny it. His sister denied, saying he's not a molester, which would make one of them a liar. We know both of them are. Do you hear her now? Do you hear her now, Mommy Key? Do you hear her now, Danelle? I think it's a big, big issue when these family members of Darlie Routier will protect Dennis Stahl as if he didn't do anything to that child. I think a lot of the result of June 6, 1996 begins there, the first time he put his sticky fingers where they didn't belong. Do you hear her now, Routier family? Because you didn't hear her when she was 8. You didn't hear her when she was 10. You didn't hear her when she was 12. You didn't hear her when she was 16. Saying, hey, this guy is abusing me. Do you hear her now? Or were you even listening? You hear her now. Do you realize that if she is guilty of this and you did not handle that when she was a child, that you have blood on your hands? Do you hear her now?